पार्थसारथी राधा पार्थसारथी राधे। जय राधा पार्थसारथी राधा पार्थसारथी राधे।
राधा पार्थसारथी राधा पार्थसारथी राधे। ये तो नहीं है।
जय ललिता विशाखा ललिता विशाखा ललिता विशाखा जय ललिता विशाखा
ललिता विशाखा जय ललिता विशाखा ललिता ललिता।
जय सीताराम लक्ष्मण हनुमान सीताराम लक्ष्मण हनुमान। जय गौरनिताय 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 जय गौरनिताय गौरनिताय। जय यशोदा दामोदर जय यशोदा दामोदर यशोदा दामोदर जय यशोदा दामोदर। जय प्रभुपाद जय प्रभुपाद प्रभुपाद जय प्रभुपाद जय श्रीला प्रभुपाद
जय प्रभुपाद जय प्रभुपाद
जय प्रभुपाद जय प्रभुपाद प्रभुपाद जय प्रभुपाद जय श्रीला प्रभुपाद जय प्रभुपाद। जय प्रभुपाद जय प्रभुपाद प्रभुपाद जय प्रभुपाद जय श्रीला प्रभुपाद जय प्रभुपाद जय। नमः ओम विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी निति नामिने नमः। जय पाल देवे देशहारिणे नमस्ते। श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद। जय श्री कृष्ण श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंदा श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौरभक्तवृंद जय श्री कृष्ण आदर्शे अदि गौरभक्तवेदा कृष्णा चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौरभक्त हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा हरे 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 राम कल तो फैमिली फोटो डाल दिया हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम राम हरे हरे कृष्णा हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम राम हरे हरे कृष्णा हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम राम हरे हरे कृष्णा कृष्णा हरे 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 कृष्णा कृष्णा हरे 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 राम राम हरे हरे कृष्णा कृष्णा हरे हरे जय प्रभु परा जय प्रभु परा श्री गुरु चरणा पद्मा केवल भक्ति सदमा। श्री गुरु चरणा पद्मा श्री गुरु चरणा पद्मा केवल भक्ति सद्मा। रे गुरु चरणा पद्मा वंदो मोई सावधाना माते वंदो मोई सावधाना। वंदो मोई सावधाना माते वंदो मोई सावधाना। याहर प्रसादे भार ए भव तोरिया जा। याहर याहर प्रसादे भार ए भव तोरिया जा। याहर प्रसाद ए भव तोरिया। कृष्ण प्राप्ति होए जहाँ होइते। कृष्ण प्राप्ति हो कृष्ण प्राप्ति होए जहाँ होइते। कृष्ण प्राप्ति हो जहाँ गुरु मुख पद्मा वाक्या चिते ते कोरिया क्या। गुरु मुख गुरु मुख पद्मा वाक्या चिते ते कोरिया क्या। गुरु मुख आर न कोरिह मने आशा। आर न कोरिह मने आर न कोरिह मने आशा। आर न कोरिह श्री गुरु चरणे रति ऐसे उत्तम गति। श्री गुरु चरणे श्री गुरु चरणे रति ऐसे उत्तम गति। से गुरु चरणे रति ऐसे जे प्रसादे पूरे सर्व आशा। जे प्रसादे जय प्रसादे पूरे सर्व आशा, जय प्रसादे पूरे सर्व। चक्षुदान दिल जी जन्म जन्मे प्रभु से, रघुदान दिल चक्षुदान दिल जी जन्म जन्मे प्रभु से, रघुदान दिव्य ज्ञान हृदय प्रकाशिता, दिव्य ज्ञान ज्ञान हृदय प्रकाशिता, दिव्य ज्ञान प्रेमा भक्ति जहाँ होते, अविद्या विनाश जायते, प्रेमा भक्ति जहाँ होते, प्रेमा भक्ति जहाँ होते, अविद्या विनाश जायते, प्रेमा भक्ति जहाँ होते, अविद्या विनाश। वेद गाय जहर चरिता, वेद गाय जहर, वेद गाय हर चरिता, वेद गाय श्री गुरु करुणा सिंधु अधम जनर बंधु, गुरु करुणा सिंधु, श्री गुरु करुणा सिंधु अधम जनर बंधु, गुरु करुणा सिंधु। लोकनाथ लोकेरा जीवाना, लोकनाथ लोकेरा जीवाना, लोकनाथ लोकेरा जी। हा हा प्रभु करो दया, देहो मोरे पद छाया, हे व्यास गोशोके भुवाना, हे व्यास गोशोके भुवाना, हे व्यास गोशोके भु। जायो प्रभु परा, प्रभु परा, प्रभु परा, शैला प्रभु परा, जायो जय प्रभु परा, श्रील प्रभु परा, जय प्रभु परा, श्रील प्रभु परा, प्रभुपाद प्रभुपाद प्रभुपाद, जय प्रभुपाद, जय जय प्रभुपाद प्रभुपाद। प्रभुपाद ट्रांसलेंटल गुरु पूजा की। नमो विष्णु पदाय कृष्ण पृष्ठाय भूतले, श्रीमते भक्ति वेदांत स्वामिनिति नामिने। नमो विष्णु पदाय कृष्ण पृष्ठाय भूतले, श्रीमते भक्ति वेदांत स्वामिनिति। नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे, निर्विशेष शून्यवादे पाशत देशतारिणे। नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे। जय प्रभुपाद।
Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Jaya Shri Krishna Gaur Hari Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna Prabhu Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 सब लोग बोलिए आपस में बात मत करिए कृष्णा कृष्णा हरे 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 राम हरे राम 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 हरे हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम
Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Hare Krishna, Hare Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare, Hare Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Hare Krishna, Hare Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare, Hare Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Hare Krishna, Hare Rama Hare Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Ram, Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Ram, Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Ram, Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Ram, Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Ram, Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Lila Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Hare Gaur Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Jai Gaur Hari Bol, Hari
परमहंस परिव्राजकाचार्य अष्टोत्तरशत श्री श्रीमद्भक्त डिवाइन ग्रेस अभयचरणारविंद भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी श्रील प्रभुपाद की नियत लीला प्रविष्ट इस्कॉन फाउंडर आचार्य सिजर ऑफ द होल वर्ल्ड श्रील प्रभुपाद की, नामाचार्य हरदास ठाकुर की। प्रेम से कहो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद के। श्री श्री राधा पार्थसारथी ललिता विशाखा गोप गोपिका श्याम कुंड राधा कुंड गिरि गोवर्धन के। श्री श्री गौरताल के। श्री श्री सीताराम लक्ष्मण हनुमान के। श्री श्री प्रहलाद नरसिंहदेव के। श्री श्री यशोदा दामोदर की। समवेद भक्त वृंद की। अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की। इस्कॉन वर्तमानाचार्य वृंद की। श्री कार्तिक व्रत महामहोत्सव की। श्री दीपदान महामहोत्सव की। गौर प्रेमानंदी और ग्लोरीज टू सिंगल डिवोटीज, और ग्लोरीज टू सिंगल डिवोटीज, और ग्लोरीज टू सिंगल डिवोटीज, और ग्लोरीज टू श्री गुरु एवं गौरंग। हरे कृष्णा। सब लोग मेरे साथ हैं। हमारे गुरुदेव के चरण कमल हैं, एकमात्र साधन है जिनके द्वारा हम शुद्ध भक्ति प्राप्त कर सकते हैं। मैं उनके चरण कमलों में अत्यंत भक्ति एवं श्रद्धा पूर्वक नतमस्तक होता हूँ। उनकी कृपा से जीव भौतिक क्लेशों के महासागर को पार कर सकता है तथा कृष्ण की कृपा प्राप्त कर सकता है। मेरी एकमात्र इच्छा है कि उनके मुख कमल से निकले हुए शब्दों द्वारा अपनी चेतना को शुद्ध करूं। उनके चरण कमलों में अनुराग ऐसी सिद्धि है जो समस्त मनोरथों को पूर्ण करती है, जो मेरी बंद आंखों को खोलती है तथा मेरे हृदय में दिव्य ज्ञान भरती है। जन्म जन्मांतरों में वे मेरे प्रभु हैं। वे प्रेमा भक्ति प्रदान करती हैं और अविद्या का नाश करते हैं। वैदिक शास्त्र उनके चरित्र का गान करती हैं। हे गुरुदेव, हे प्रभुपाद, करुणा सिंधु तथा पतितात्माओं के मित्र, आप सबके गुरु एवं सभी लोगों के जीवन हैं। हे गुरुदेव, हे प्रभुपाद, मुझ पर दया कीजिए तथा मुझे अपने श्री चरणों की छाया प्रदान कीजिए। आपका यश तीनों लोकों में फैला हुआ है। श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय।
जय जय श्री चैतन्य जय नित्यानंद। जय अद्वैत चंद्र जय गौर भक्त वृंद। जय जय श्री चैतन्य जय नित्यानंद। जय अद्वैत चंद्र जय गौर भक्त वृंद। जय जय श्री चैतन्य जय नित्यानंद। जय अद्वैत चंद्र जय गौर भक्त वृंद। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jaya Prabhupada Jaya, Prabhupada Jaya, Prabhupada Jaya, Prabhupada. Jaya Prabhupada Jaya, Prabhupada Jaya, Prabhupada Jaya, Prabhupada. Jayam Vishnupad Paramahamsa Parivajikacharya Statara Shri Mahadiswam Greshni A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Shri Chaitanya Charitamrita Ki Jai. Srila Krishna Das Kaviraj Goswami Ki Jai. Gaura Premanandi Haribol. Hare Krishna. So, I believe, did I bring my reading glasses today? I did not bring my reading glasses. Okay. So, because I did not bring my reading glasses, I have to okay. Let me see if I can read that here. Yeah, 195. Okay. Okay. 195. Okay. So I forgot to read my glasses, so I'm going to read off my phone. Pardon me. Hare Krishna. So Muni Adama Tomara Na Paba Darashana Kemate Daribai Papishta Jivana. Because I am the lowest among men, I shall not be able to see you. How shall I maintain my sinful life? Prabhu kahi karatumi dainya samvarnana tomara danyiti mora vyakula hayamana. The Lord replied to Haridasa Thakur, please check your humility. Just the sight of your humility very much agitates my mind. Tomalagi Jagannate Kariba Navedana Tomalanya Yabami Sri Purushottama. Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu assured Haridas Thakur that he would place a petition before Lord Jagannath and that he would certainly take him there to Jagannath Puri. Tabita Acharya Kahi Vinaya Karinya Dina Dui Chari Raha Kripata Karinya. After that, Advaita Acharya respectfully requested Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to show him mercy by remaining another 2 or 4 days. Acharya Vakya Prabhu Nakare Langana Rahila Advaita Griha Na Kaila Gamana. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu never violated the request of Advaita Acharya. Therefore, he remained at his home and did not leave immediately for Jagannath Puri. Anandita ile Acharya Shachi Bhakta Sabha Pratidina Kare Acharya Mahamahotsava. Lord Chaitanya's decision was received very happily by Advaita Acharya, Mother Shachi, and all the devotees. Advaita Acharya celebrated every day with a great festival. Dine Krishna Katha Rasa Bhakta Karna Sange Ratre Mahamahotsava Sankirtana Range. During the day, the devotees discussed subject matters concerning Krishna, and at night there was a great festival of congregational chanting at the house of Advaita Acharya. Ananditanya Shachi Karina Radhana Sukhi Bhojana Kare Prabhu Lanya Bhakta Gana. Mother Shachi cooked with great pleasure, and Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, along with the devotees, accepted the prasadam with great pleasure. Acharyara Shraddha Bhakti Griha Sampada Dahane Sakala Safala Haila Prabhudar Aradhane. In this way, all of the opulences of Advaita Acharya, his faith, devotion, home, riches, and everything else were successfully utilized in the worship of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Purport. By Advaita Acharya set an ideal example for all householder devotees in his reception of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and his devotees, and in his daily execution of a daily festival at his home. If one has the proper means and wealth, he should occasionally invite the devotees of Lord Chaitanya who are engaged in preaching all over the world and hold a festival at home simply by distributing prasadam and talking about Krishna during the day and holding congregational chanting for at least 3 hours in the evening. This procedure must be adopted in all centers of the Krishna consciousness movement. Thus they will daily perform Sankirtana Yajna. In Srimad Bhagavatam, the daily performance of Sankirtan Yajna is recommended for this age. Yajnai Sankirtana Prayer Yajantihi Sumedhasaha. One should worship Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and his 4 associates, the Panchatattva, by distributing prasadam and holding congregational chanting. Indeed, that yajna or sacrifice is most recommended in this age of Kali. In this age, other yajnas are not possible to perform, but this yajna can be performed everywhere and anywhere without difficulty. Om Aganattamarandasya Gyananjana Shalakaya Chakshurun Militam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupakaramayam Dadati Swapanantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuttaparakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavam Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunatam Vatam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Saitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakanvitam Scha Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasaya Bhutale Shmari Bhaktivedanta Swaminiti Namane Namaste Saraswati Deve Gaurivani Pacharane Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarane Vanchakalpatarubhasya Kripsunevacha Patitanam Bhavanibhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Namo Mahavalanyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namne Gauratishe Namaha Panchatattvatmakam Krishnam Bhakta Rupa Surupakam Bhaktavataram Bhaktakyam Namami Bhakti Shaktikam He Krishna Karuna Sindho Dina Bandho Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasari Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. So Lord Chaitanya, Haridas Thakur first, this section begins with Haridas Thakur is lamenting the departure of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu from Navadvip. Mahaprabhu has just taken sannyas, and Chaitanya Haridas Thakur is overcome with grief, as are many of the other residents of Navadvip at losing. They're just about to lose sight of the Lord. So the Lord is himself is overwhelmed with the humility of Haridas Thakur, but promises him that he'll make some arrangement to take him with him to Puri. So the Lord Krishna is everywhere. He's in everyone's heart. That is why even in separation, like the gopis, the devotees of the Lord, the Krishna is always with the devotees of the Lord. So Advaitacharya, out of love and affection for Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and on behalf of the other residents of Navadvip, he requested the Lord to please stay another 2 or 4 days, and the Lord, out of his love for his devotees, agreed to the proposal. And so, when the Lord agrees to stay in someone's home, there should always be a festival. And this is what Srila Prabhupada is talking about in the purport. So, just consider this, like the most important person in the world, Krishna, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, is going to stay in our home. So we have worship the deities and so forth like that. So it's always an occasion for a festival. Therefore the Lord should be taken care of very nicely every day, out of affection. Sometimes it can fall into a routine and seem like drudgery, but that drudgery is a sign, if we get into that mood, that it's a drudgery to worship the Lord. Well, then it shows that we don't have much love yet for the Lord. Nevertheless, just like we jump up and down in Kirtan, just how many people, especially in the beginning, were enthusiastic, and after some time we may be less enthusiastic. But still, one of the 64 principles of Vaidhi Bhakti is that one should dance in Kirtan. One should dance and chant. So, principles of Vaidhi Bhakti for those who have not yet awakened their love for Krishna, their pure love for Krishna. So, just by doing, the love for Krishna automatically arises. Therefore, we should endeavor to have a festival in the home as a matter of, at least as a matter of duty. And if we do that, then the actual love will come, if it's not already there. So, but this mood of the Sankirtan movement, it's also very easy to catch. So, Rupa Goswami, in Nectar of Devotion, Nectar of Instruction, he defines enthusiasm as endeavor executed with intelligence. So, if one is thinking about how to spread the Sankirtan movement, how to tell people about the glories of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Shri Radha Krishna, then one will become automatically enthusiastic. Even at our very neophyte level, we'll get this enthusiasm. So, it's very easy to do. If you're a householder, then you should somehow or other hold a festival in your home and invite the devotees to come. The traveling preachers, the Parivrajacharyas will come to your home and they will, and if you hold a festival, they will certainly come. Invite all your friends, they will certainly come. It's kind of like, you can think of like your home as like airports for the wonderful, beautiful flying planes. So they'll come to your home, but these are special airplanes. They'll actually preach, and they'll actually preach. They'll enliven you. They'll enliven your friends, and in this way, the Sankirtan movement will spread. Actually, a very interesting point is that the Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's pastimes in Navadvip were very much householder pastimes. So from the childhood to youth. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu himself also took a wife, and when he was a child and boy going to school, he was with his parents. And so throughout the whole Navadvip, and especially after Chaitanya Mahaprabhu himself, he took initiation for Sri Ishvarapuri, the whole of Navadvip, you had all these householders. You had brahmacharis and householders going around all over Navadvip and preaching. So Lord Nityananda, he was with Haridas Thakur. They were actually going out. They were Sankirtan buddies. They were Sankirtan partners. They were going out together, and they were trying to convert the most fallen in Navadvip. So they go. So Lord Nityananda, he said, who are the most fallen? That's Jagai and Madai. I will go to convert them. And Haridas Thakur would go along with them, and then Jagai and Madai would chase after them, try to hurt them, kill them, whatever like that. And so they would have to run. And even Haridas Thakur, at one time he complained, oh, this Lord Nityananda, he's a madman. What can I do? There's Jagai and Madai, they came after us. And very much, especially in Western countries, you get that chance to preach to the most fallen. Especially. India has many, many fallen people, but in the West in particular, Western countries in particular have fallen people. I remember many times sometimes we'd go into the butcher shops where they're killing the cow to sell books. And sometimes the butchers would take the books. They'd actually purchase the books. Just see that mercy, that mood of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Nityananda in the preaching, the Navadvip Dham preaching. You can carry that in your heart. After hearing about it in the temple, you can carry that in your heart, and you can experience that directly on Sankirtan in the book distribution. So India also are following in the footsteps of Lord Nityananda. Our mandate is to preach to the most fallen. So the most fallen is not necessarily those in the lowest economic class. They might be in the highest economic class. They might be great presidents or ministers and so forth like that. Just like also in Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's time, some of the persons in control of the society, they were actually cow eaters, the Musliman, the Muslims. So even there's opportunity. Sometimes there's even opportunity to preach to the fallen at the highest class, at the highest levels of society. But the fact is that everybody who has come to this material world is fallen in one way or another. And so the very interesting thing about Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's appearance is that people were avoiding the worship and Sankirtan movement of Lord Krishna by not only by doing sinful activities, but by doing pious activities as well. So in the Vedas, Vedic literature, there are many activities that one can perform for progress in material life. This is called the Pravritti Marg. So in the Pravritti Marg, there are certain karyas that one may do. These are called kama karyas. So kama karya, like you want to worship some devata, you want to get a putra, good son, or you want to get wealth. You want to get all these things. And so there are certain sacrifices recommended. But for those who want to make progress in spiritual life, the nivritti marga is recommended. So we have daily activities. These are called nitya karyas. And then we have occasional activities that we also have to perform, called naimittika karyas. So nitya karyas, these are daily duties. Like we rise early for Mangalarti, we take bath, we may have murtis in our home that we worship, so we worship those. We have to take, if you're a householder, one should take bath twice a day. If you are brahmachari, then you have to engage in the studies of the shastras and so forth like that. So these are all nitya karmas. We offer bhoga to the Lord every day. We have to eat every day. We have to clean the house. We have to we have a profession. We engage in our profession and so forth. So all of these are nitya karmas. Then we have the naimittika karmas. So the naimittika karmas, occasionally we do these, just like marriage. Marriage is a naimittika karya. So at a certain stage of life, most all men and all women, they need to get married. So we perform that sacrifice. So this is called the vivaha yajna. So that performance of sacrifice, it's a naimittika karya, and it's for our progress in spiritual life. So antim samskar, these are all your different samskars that one performs. Garbhadan samskar, antim samskar. These are all naimittika karyas. So we have to perform those. And we have to perform those because if we don't perform them, then that is sinful. That is sinful life. And unless one is free from sinful life, one cannot make progress in devotional service. Yesham tvanta gatam papam jananam punyakarmanam nirdvanva mohanir mukta bhajanti mam dridha vrataha. So unless only do those who have acted piously in this previous life and are free from all sins can one actually engage in devotional service with determination. So all these instructions from the Vedic literature, from Vedas, Dharma Shastras, and so forth, they're all meant for realizing Krishna. Vedaischa sarver aham eva vedyaha. So by all the Vedas I am to be known. So therefore, unless one performs these activities, one cannot remain pure enough to make progress in chanting Hare Krishna. So this is necessary for us. For the absolute pure devotees like Haridas Thakur and others, their only business is to chant Hare Krishna. They may or they may not follow these nitya naimittika karyas, all these, but because they're already developed their love for Krishna, their sole duty is just to hear and chant about Krishna and remember Krishna. Shravanam Kirtanam Vishnu Smaranam. But for those of us who are struggling to come to that platform, we must perform these activities because they are for our welfare. Therefore, Srila Prabhupada, when he first came to America, and he had his first disciples, so he had young boys and girls, and because young boys and girls, they have tendency to mix with each other and to love each other, he said, you must get married. But in those days, there was no Brahmin priest who could get them married. So this is apatkal. This is an emergency situation. So what must you do in the apatkal? So during Apat Kal, any member of any Varna is allowed to take up the duty of any other member, except the Kshatriyas, because during an emergency you need Kshatriyas to take care of emergency. But any other member may perform the duty of any other member. So Srila Prabhupada, therefore, although a sannyasi, and it is not the duty of a sannyasi to get married, to engage in such activities, he nonetheless took it up himself and personally performed the Vivaha Yajna for his first disciples in America. So, Yajna Dana Tapa Karma, Natyajya Karyameva Tat. Yajna Danam Tapaschaiva Pavanani Manishinam. That one should not, that sacrifice, penance, and charity, those must never be given up. They must always be performed. So they purify even the great souls. Pavanani Manishinam. They purify even the great souls. So the duties of the householder are made very evident here, and it's a very simple duty. All you have to do, you have an income. If you're a widely situated householder, you have an income, you have so many things, you have so many, so much wealth is coming to you. For some it's more, for some it's less, but a householder should follow in the footsteps of Advaitacharya, and according to his means, he should invite saintly persons, and he should invite his friends and relatives to have a festival for the Lord in his house. Very simple, and everything is right there. You get the sadhu sangha. You get Krishna's name. You get prasadam. You hear some lecture, some pravachan. Everything is there. So this is happening in the homes. This is the like our Nam Hata program. Everything is there, and this is the real revolution. Like the communists, they talk about a people's revolution. Not a top-down thing, but a people's-up revolution. So the Sankirtan movement is very much a people's revolution. Anybody can do this. If you even just have a modest means. I remember, for some reason, one time I was in Vrindavan, and I was actually staying, this is many, many years ago, I was staying under the shelter of Indra Prabhu. Those who may remember Indra Prabhu, he started the 24-hour kirtan in Vrindavan. And so there was one Babaji who used to come to the temple just to sit in the kirtan and just listen to the kirtan. That's all he liked to do. And so this elderly Babaji, so I happened to be in Indra Prabhu with him and some of his other associates, and I had a godbrother with me, and so this gentleman, Babaji, he invited all of us for prasadam, to come for some bhajan and bhojan. So we came, so we went to a certain place, and it was out in a field somewhere in Vrindavan. We were actually out in a field, and there was like a bunch of these old ruined houses. They're all dilapidated, broken down, nobody's living in them anymore. And we came, and gradually we saw that there are just some other Babajis who are actually living in these ruins. They're just sitting in these old broken houses that people have abandoned, and they're doing their bhajan and they're living. And so this gentleman who invited us for a festival, he had actually cooked a feast with his own hand. And not only that, while we were there, we were taking prasadam. There were these all other Babaji friends of his. They had torn dhotis, they had patches on them, they had broken eyeglasses, and they were just so happy to have devotees in their midst. Even we were foreigners, they were just so happy that they give each of us like 1-2 rupees. They were going, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. And seeing these people, they were just so, that they did not have 1 or 2 rupees. It was 1 or 2 rupees was a very big amount of money for them. And we were just like, oh my God, and we think we're austere? I said, look at these people. They're living in huts, not even huts. They're living in broken houses, broken, abandoned homes. They don't even have, all their clothes are tattered and worn. And they're feeding us sumptuous prasadam and giving us 1-2 rupees donation. So even the renunciates like to follow this program. So what to speak of householders? So householders should also follow this program. So those who are householders should make it a point. At least once a month you should hold a festival in your home and invite the devotees, the brahmacharis and other renunciates to come to your home, give a lecture, speak to your friends and family. That should be a regulative principle, actually. Right, householders? Any householders acknowledge that? Okay. So you should have it. And it's very nice. And especially, I remember when my wife and I were living in America, we tried to make that a point. First when we lived in Baltimore, we lived in the downtown, we had this real teeny tiny apartment. It's like 2-room apartment. There was like a room for receiving people, and then there's a bedroom, and we didn't have anything except this couch. It was a fold-out couch that we'd sleep on. That was our, we didn't have any other furniture. And still, we had people at our home. We'd cook for them and have a little, the devotees or sometimes colleagues, work colleagues, but we'd always make it a point to invite them, have prasadam and so forth like that. So we used to do that. Another time, we had a marriage anniversary, 20th anniversary. So I was working in those days, and so I invited people from my work for our anniversary. So any occasion, if you have an anniversary, you have a birthday, this is a great excuse. So I can invite non-devotees too. I invited non-devotee boss, I invited other colleagues from work, and I also invited people from the temple, and I told them that, this is a nice program, we're having people from the temple come, they're going to give and we'd like you to come because it's our 20th anniversary, and so we're celebrating that. And so we had a grand festival. We actually had one girl from the temple, because we didn't have a ladies' ashram, so she lived with us, so young college girl. She wasn't in college, she had graduated, but now she was taking full shelter of the Lord, so we had an extra room. So if you're a householder and there's a girl or something like that, so we took her in. And because especially in America, there's no, the social order is not in proper way, so it's emergency situation, apatkal, so to give her a chance to become Krishna conscious, we gave her a place to stay for a while, so she stayed with us. Later, she became one of the last disciples of Gunagraj Maharaj, and big book distributor. She used to distribute 100 books during the marathon, Christmas marathon. She would distribute at least 100 big Bhagavad Gitas a day in the West. So it's very nice. So anyway, how we held the festival, we had devotee preacher come. He gave the lecture, and devotees would come. We'd have kirtan, we'd have lecture. And then we'd have all sorts of nice, sumptuous prasadam. So we had prasadam for Indians, Indian style of prasadam that my wife cooked. And we had American style of prasadam that I cooked. Pizza, pasta, salad, all these things that, nice, dinner rolls and bread and everything. And everybody loved it. Everybody loved it. Everybody could have, any kind of nice prasadam that was prepared. The Indians were eating pizza, the Americans were eating Indian dishes, and many were eating both because it was so wonderful. And so it was a big, nice program. It was a big success. So finally, I remember before coming back to India, I was working with TCS, Tata Consultancy Services. So at TCS, I also have a boss, and he's a big man in the company. And so I was working in a remote location. My wife was also there with me. We were in Arkansas, Bentonville, Arkansas. It's the center of Walmart, the biggest retailer in the world. It's their headquarters. And so he would fly in from another state every week or every other week just to check in on us. So it was very important that the company would pay for his airplane ride just to see us, just to come. And so one day I told him, I said, "You're coming every time, you must be eating at restaurants and that. Why don't you come to my home and my wife and have dinner with my wife and me?" So he came to the home. It's very important. He's actually in charge of the data science for all of Tata Consultancy Service. And they have more than 250,000 employees. And he's in charge of the data science program. And he's, TCS being TCS, he's also Indian. South Indian, actually. And so he came to our home, my wife cooked, and he saw her, he took the darshan of Shishi Gaurnatai and Gopal, and Bala Gopal. And he had dinner with us, and he was very pleased. And he said, "This is the first time in my life I have ever had a home-cooked North Indian meal." And he's Indian. Very important person. And this is what he said. So, to be a householder, one can be very influential in spreading the Sankirtan movement. It's pleasing the Lord, and introducing people to Krishna consciousness is also very pleasing. So this was the activities just in Navadvip. It was a householder movement. Now, how many brahmacharis are in this temple? Maybe 200, 150. How many brahmacharis are there? 150. Okay, 150. Now, how many householders are associated with this mandir? How many would you estimate? Anybody? Only? Only 20, 30 families? Oh, full-time. Okay, full-time members, yes. But I mean people living outside, congregation, people who identify that we're Hare Krishna people. 20,000. So, if every one of these families has a festival in their home once a month, that's 20,000 programs, isn't it? That would be 20,000 programs, and they're inviting all their people. So do we have any math people here? Any mathematics, any mathematicians? Well, in mathematics, there's a class of formula. It's called they're called exponents. So they call it exponential growth. So if you take, for example, if 5 people come to your home and you preach to them, ready devotees, then from one person, 5 more people have come, and then you have people. And if people then get trained up nicely, and they invite 5 people to their home for a Sankirtan program or something like that, and they become devotees, and then they also invite 5 people to their home and make them devotees, then very, very quickly you've gone from 1 person to 5 people, 5 people to 25 people, 25 people to 125 people. So this is called an exponential growth. It very, very quickly grows. So therefore, the householders should be encouraged very much, as the preachers here should train the householders how to have this Sankirtan program. They should very much. You may be this, you may be that, but you should have this program. And also, since we're into kind of like, doing things efficiently in a corporate way, you should monitor it. If you're a brahmachari preacher and you have the householders, so many householders you're associated with, you should keep tabs on them. Did you have a Sankirtan program in your house this month? How many people came? And you should write it down. This is how these devotees are doing. And you can do this, you can start doing this formally, or you can start doing this informally. You don't need a mandate for, you don't need an official order from top down high. If you know someone who is a householder, just tell them this is what you should do, and we can come. Like that. Just like, I think it was the 1984 World Cup. No, it was not 1984, but it was 92 World Cup or something like that, 92, 95, 94 I think. I think maybe 1994, 95. So, Indian cricket team, there was World Cup in, I think 96 maybe. There was a World Cup cricket in India. And so they had some advertisements. The Coca-Cola company was supposed to be the official cold drink for the event. But then Pepsi-Cola, who is the competitor for Coca-Cola, said we're going to have an unofficial campaign. And so they hired Sachin Tendulkar, and he would drink the Pepsi and he'd say nothing official about it. And they completely beat up Coca-Cola. They got so much advertising revenue. They completely overpowered. So in order to overpower Maya, so I'm using an example of Maya to show how we can overcome Maya, removing a thorn in the thorn with a thorn. We should follow that example. Nothing official about it. Even you're the smallest, tiniest brahmachari or bhakta. If you're preaching to people, you've made friends with people, and often those are going to be householders. Tell the householder, do like this. You should have a program this month, or next month you have to have this program. And I'll be there. And you come, maybe you get a friend and take a brahmachari friend with you or something like that. Or if you're a householder, just do it yourself. They have this Nike footwear, sports footwear. Their motto is just do it. So just do it. If you're a householder, just do it. Have this program. At least invite somebody from the temple, or invite some visiting sannyasi, or invite some sannyasi to come and so forth like that. Use your wealth, engage it in their service. Have this Sankirtan program and have this mood of, this Navavit mood of preaching. So we very much need to, keep this mood in our hearts. So I remember when I used to live in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Were you ever there, Mahamantra Prabhu, Albuquerque? Yeah, that Mahamantra. Did you ever come and visit us in Albuquerque? New Mexico? You've been to New Mexico, right? You've been to New Mexico, right? In America? Yes. Did you visit us there? When my wife and I were there, did you ever see us? Met there, yes. Yeah, so we had, so we used to, my wife and I, when we were there, we used to preach at the university. And what we would do is we would invite the college, before going to work, my wife and I would go out to the university. We would distribute pamphlets to the students, inviting them to our home for yoga and prasadam and Indian food and mantra meditation. And the students would come, and these are all college students. And I remember it was so nice because, we had everything for them. My wife, she would sit down and she'd be wearing very nice sari. She'd be sitting in a chair, and all the students were sitting around her, and she'd be telling them about life in India. about going to the temple, about the life in the temple, about life at home. And all the Americans, the young Americans, were just so enthralled. They just could not listen. They were just sitting around her. So there'd be some people sitting on the floor, and she'd be sitting in this chair, and there'd be some other students. And there was one, I remember one time, there was this one boyfriend-girlfriend couple. So he was sitting there listening, and his girlfriend was sitting on his lap while he was listening to my wife tell them about India and Krishna consciousness. So the Sankirtan movement is so nice. It teaches you humility. It teaches you generousness. Okay, you can't artificially do this, but the wonderful thing is that anybody from whatever platform they're on, from whatever status of life they're from, they may be from the lowest class to the highest class, this is just a wonderful experience for them. So if you have children at home, engage them, put them to work doing this festival, engage them in serving guests, engage them in leading bhajan, kirtan, engage them in arti while you're having this festival. The children love this too. I remember also in America sometimes you go to the Indian shops, you'd have some 10-year-old boy or girl running the shop, which is an odd thing for Americans because we're used to, you only have to be 16 or 18, you have to be more grown up, but you have this little kid running the shop. And, the kid, the girl, or the boy is just really sharp businessman. They can sell you anything. They can sell you your mother if they wanted to. They're that good. So the children should be engaged in these programs because it'll engage them in preaching, direct preaching. Get trained up from youth in a Vaishnav household. So that's what we should be doing. So if the householders are not having this program, it's going to be very difficult to make advancement. It's like in Kali Yuga, because the atmosphere is so corrupting, if you're not preaching, Maya is preaching to you. So everybody's preaching. Maya's preaching. We have to preach, and that is the essence of these Navadvip pastimes. This audarya, this giving the Krishna consciousness to everyone in the fallen, but from the position of a householder. So if we have that so the vast majority of us are householders. So therefore, for the success of the preaching, the success of the Sankirtan movement actually depends on not just the core preachers and brahmacharis here preaching, but it also depends on getting involved in practically engaging the householders. So you have to do this. You have to preach to the householders. Get them in the mood, this Navadvip mood of preaching. Hold a festival in your house at least once a month, or at least once every 2 months. Do that. Once every 2 months, it's you have a festival in your house, invite your friends, and tell everybody, engage your children. This is how the children will get trained up in Krishna consciousness, by giving them some practical engagement. Cooking, kirtan, preaching, all these things. The children should be engaged in that in the household. And in this way, you will have the mood and experience of Navadvip in your own home. So this Chaitanya Charitamrita is very nice for devotees because it's very modern. It was only like little more than 500 years ago. So that's not very long ago. So this is for our age, and except now that we have like technology that they didn't have back then, the attitudes, the social, the problems that we faced, they're not really much different. So I would like to end this narration here, and if there are any questions or comments, please say. please ask or please mention them. Anybody? So are you going to tell the householders you know that to have this program? Yes? Are you going to tell them? You. Are you going to tell householders that you know have this once a month or once every 2 months, this festival in your house? Yes? तो क्या आप ये सब गृहस्थों को कहते हैं कि आप अपने घर में एक महोत्सव करें? हाँ, जय हरि बोल, हरि कृष्णा। शायद अगली बार मैं हिंदी में क्लास कहूँगा। I've been practicing. So, Prabhuji, do you have any comments, Mahamantra Prabhu, or would you like to say anything before?
हरे कृष्ण, बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद।
हरे कृष्ण।
तो इसमें जो है प्रभु जी जो पाठ किया 195 संख्या की प्यार में हरिदास ठाकुर क्या कहते हैं कि सब तो खुश हो रहे हैं कि आप नीलाचल जाएंगे, और सच्ची माता ने भी अपनी संतुष्टि बता दी। सच्ची माता भी संतुष्ट हैं कि आप नीलाचल जाएं, और सब भक्त लोग भी संतुष्ट हैं नीलाचल जाएं और भगवान के दर्शन होते रहेंगे। लेकिन हरिदास ठाकुर को ही जो है केवल एक दुख है। वो कहते हैं कि मैं तो बहुत पापी हूँ, मैं तो बहुत नीच हूँ, मुझे अधम तुम्हार न पावे दर्शन, मैं तो अधम हूँ, तो मैं तो आपका दर्शन नहीं पाऊंगा। आप नीलाचल जा रहे हैं, अभी शांतिपुर में आप हैं तो मुझे आपका दर्शन होता है, और खूब जो है कीर्तन सब जो है भक्तों की संगति मिल रही है। नीलाचल में क्या होगा? नीलाचल में तो मैं बिल्कुल ऐसा अलग हो जाऊंगा कि आपसे मुझे है बिल्कुल नहीं मिल पाऊंगा, बिल्कुल दर्शन नहीं हो पाएंगे मुझे आपके। मैं अधम तुम्हार में पावे दर्शन, मैं अधम जो है आपका दर्शन नहीं पाऊंगा। कीमत धरे वही पापी सा जीवन, तो इस पापी जीवन को जो मैं किस प्रकार धारण करूंगा? हरिदास ठाकुर की बड़ी चिंता हो गई। और भगवान क्या कहते हैं? प्रभु कहे कर तुम्हें दैन्य संवरण, तो अपनी दीनता को अब जो है संवरण करो। तुम्हारी जो दीनता है इससे क्या होगा? तुम्हारे दैन्यते मोर व्याकुल है मन, तुम्हारी दीनता से मेरा मन बहुत व्याकुल हो रहा है। तो भगवान दीनता से बहुत जो है आकर्षित होते हैं। दैन्य प्रियत्वाच्चा ईश्वरस्या प्रमाणन द्वेषत्वात् दैन्य प्रियत्वाच्चा, तो ईश्वर को अभिमान से द्वेष है और दैन्य प्रिय है। और इतनी दीनता हरिदास ठाकुर की इतनी दीनता है, वो कहते हैं कि मैं तो आपका दर्शन नहीं पाऊंगा। और सही बात है, क्यों? क्योंकि वहाँ जगन्नाथपुरी में तो सब विचार किया जाता है कि भाई 4 वर्णों में से कोई हो तो वो जो है वर्णाश्रम का जो समाज है उसके अनुसार जो है वो मंदिर में जाने देंगे। और हरिदास ठाकुर सोच रहे हैं कि भगवान तो वहाँ मंदिर में रहेंगे, जगन्नाथ मंदिर में रहेंगे, मुझे मंदिर में जाने नहीं दिया जाएगा। तो सही चिंता है, सही समस्या है। तो भगवान चैतन्य क्या कहते हैं? तुम्हारी दीनता से मेरा मन बहुत व्याकुल हो रहा है। तो क्या कहते? तुम्हारा लागे जगन्नाथ है करीब निवेदन, तो तुम्हारे लिए जो है मैं जगन्नाथ जी से प्रार्थना करूंगा। और तुम्हारा ले जाब आमी श्री पुरुषोत्तम, तुमको लेकर के ही मैं पुरुषोत्तम क्षेत्र जाऊंगा, तुमको लेकर के मैं जगन्नाथपुरी जाऊंगा। तो भगवान कहते हैं तुमको छोड़ के मैं जाऊंगा ही नहीं, जगन्नाथ जी से मैं प्रार्थना करूंगा कि तुमको जो है लेकर के ही जाऊंगा। और भगवान चैतन्य जो है हरिदास ठाकुर को अपने साथ ले गए और एक उचित स्थान में उनको ठहराया। तो हरिदास ठाकुर को जगन्नाथ मंदिर में दर्शन करने की अनुमति नहीं है, तो दर्शन तो नहीं करेंगे, लेकिन ऐसे स्थान में ठहराए जहाँ से उनको जो है भगवान का जो ऊपर का क्या होते हैं, ध्वज बोलते हैं, ध्वजा दिखाई देगी, ध्वजा का दर्शन होगा। और भगवान चैतन्य जो है रोज हरिदास ठाकुर से मिलने आए। तो भगवान जो है इतने संवेदनशील हैं, दीनता भगवान को इतनी प्रिय है, दीनों के भगवान बंधु हैं, इसलिए उनको दीन बंधु कहा जाता है। हरिदास ठाकुर में इतनी दीनता है कि भगवान जो है फिर उनको बिल्कुल नहीं छोड़ेंगे। तो बाकी जो है वहाँ के जो नियम है मंदिर के, तो उनके अनुसार उनको नहीं जाने दिया जा रहा है। तो हरिदास ठाकुर भगवान चैतन्य का दर्शन करने नहीं आ सकते, लेकिन भगवान चैतन्य को जो है कोई नहीं रोक सकता वो हरिदास ठाकुर से मिलने आए। तो हरिदास ठाकुर से मिलने आएंगे भगवान चैतन्य और अपने हाथ से प्रसाद देंगे, जगन्नाथ जी का प्रसाद भी देंगे। तो हरिदास ठाकुर का कितना सौभाग्य है। तो जो व्यक्ति दीनता होती, जिसके अंदर विनम्रता होती, दीन तृणादपि सुनीचे न, तो तिनके से भी ज़्यादा सुनीच हो, तो बाहर के समाज में उसको जो है बहिष्कृत किया जाता है, उसको दूर किया जाता है, समाज से दूर किया जाता है। लेकिन भगवान जो है उससे प्रेम करते हैं। तो भगवान को कौन रोक सकता है कि भगवान जो है हरिदास ठाकुर के कुटिया में रोज जाएं, है ना। तो भक्ति सिद्धांत सती ठाकुर यही कहा करते थे कि तुम भगवान के दर्शन करने की कोशिश मत करो, बल्कि इस प्रकार से आचरण करो कि भगवान तुम्हारे दर्शन करने के लिए आए। हरिदास ठाकुर का जो है इतना सौभाग्य है कि भगवान चैतन्य स्वयं हरिदास ठाकुर की कुटिया में रोज जाते हैं, तो बिल्कुल नहीं छोड़ा। और भगवान चैतन्य ने कहा कि मैं तुमको साथ लेकर के ही जाऊंगा, पुरुषोत्तम थे जगन्नाथपुरी में, तुमको साथ लेकर के ही जाऊंगा। इतना जो है भगवान ने हरिदास ठाकुर का ख्याल रखा, है ना। और प्रभुपाद भी इसी प्रकार से जब गए तो विदेशी भक्तों को लेकर के गए, और वो जो भक्त उनके प्रभुपाद के साथ में थे वो मतलब ब्राह्मण दीक्षा भी उनको प्राप्त हो गई, वो ब्राह्मण भी हैं। और जब प्रभुपाद जाने लगे तो वहाँ के अधिकारियों ने कहा कि स्वामी जी आप जा सकते हैं, लेकिन आप वैसे से नहीं जा सकते हैं। तो प्रभुपाद ने कहा कि नहीं, ऐसा नहीं है, इनको मैंने प्रशिक्षित किया है, और अब आप जो है नियम बनाइए जगन्नाथ मंदिर में इस्कॉन के भक्तों को जाने दीजिए। इस्कॉन के भक्त जाएंगे, क्योंकि वे जो है प्रशिक्षित हैं, उनको ट्रेनिंग मिली है। लेकिन जब उन लोगों ने नहीं माना, नहीं स्वीकार किया, तो प्रभुपाद भी जगन्नाथ जी का दर्शन करने नहीं गए। तो जो चैतन्य महाप्रभु भावना है वही भावना प्रभुपाद की भी। प्रभुपाद ने कहा कि मैं तुमको लेकर के ही वहां जाऊंगा और जगन्नाथ जी से प्रार्थना करूंगा। और भगवान चैतन्य की इच्छा से अब जो जितने मंदिर बने इस्कॉन के, प्रभुपाद ने जितने मंदिर बनाए, तो हरिदास ठाकुर जैसे जितने भी नीच परिवार में जो पैदा हुए और पतित जो हैं वो भक्त बने, और वो जो है अब भगवान की पूजा भी करते हैं और मंदिर चलाते हैं। मंदिर में फुल टाइम ब्रह्मचारी भी हैं, फुल टाइम डिवोटी भी हैं। तो यहाँ पर अब कोई नहीं ऐसा देखा जाता, कुछ भी नहीं देखा जाता कि कोई दर्शन करने आ रहा है तो भाई तुम किस परिवार के आओ, तुम किस समाज के हो, कौन से वर्ण है, कौन सा आश्रम है तुम्हारा, कोई नहीं पूछता है, सबको भगवान का दर्शन दिया जाता है। तो चैतन्य महाप्रभु ने जो हरिदास ठाकुर से ये बात कही कि मैं जो है जगन्नाथ जी से प्रार्थना करूंगा, तुमको अपने साथ लेकर जाऊंगा, तो वो तो स्वयं जगन्नाथ है चैतन्य महाप्रभु। तो उन्होंने जो है फिर ऐसी व्यवस्था की कि हरिदास ठाकुर जैसे जो शुद्ध भावना है जिनकी, लेकिन परिवार जो है उनका जो है वो नीच है, पतित है, तो पतित समाज में जो पैदा हुए और बहुत प्रकार के उन्होंने जो है कुकृत्य भी किए, लेकिन जब छोड़ दिया उन्होंने और भक्त बन गए और समर्पित हो गए भगवान के, तो अब कोई नहीं पूछता कि भाई ये जो है पहले कैसे परिवार में थे, कितना गलत और नीच और म्लेच्छ, अब कोई नहीं बोलता। अब तो इनका सम्मान होता है और इनको जो है व्यास आसन पर बैठा करके जो है इनसे हम लोग प्रवचन सुनते हैं। तो अभी तो मतलब पूरा, तो हरिदास ठाकुर को चैतन्य महाप्रभु ने नाम आचार्य की उपाधि दी। तो चैतन्य महाप्रभु दृष्टि में हरिदास ठाकुर बहुत श्रेष्ठ भक्त हैं, लेकिन जिस समाज में जो है हरिदास ठाकुर को नीचा समझा जाता था तो उसको छोड़ करके चैतन्य महाप्रभु ने एक अलग ही समाज बनाया। तो इस्कॉन का जो समाज है एक अलग, इस्कॉन की दुनिया एक अलग है, इस्कॉन का इस्कॉन वर्ल्ड है ना, एक अलग ही बन गया, जिसमें कि ऐसे भक्तों को जो है बहुत सम्मान दिया जाता है। तो ये जो है चैतन्य महाप्रभु की इच्छा है कि वो पतितों के जो है भगवान उद्धारक हैं, दीनों के बंधु हैं भगवान, और उनको जो है दीनता बहुत प्रिय है। तो हरिदास ठाकुर के अंदर जो दीनता है उससे भगवान कहते हैं मेरा मन व्याकुल हो जाता है, तुम इतनी दीनता दिखाते तुम मेरा मन व्याकुल हो गया है ना। तो भगवान कहते हैं मैं तुमको बिल्कुल नहीं छोड़ूंगा। तो हरिदास ठाकुर को भगवान ने बिल्कुल नहीं छोड़ा। तो ये जो है चैतन्य महाप्रभु की ही विशेषता है। चैतन्य महाप्रभु का ही एकमात्र ऐसा आंदोलन है जिसमें कि सब नीच और पतित और सब प्रकार के लोगों को जो है आश्रय दिया जाता है, लेकिन शर्त यही है कि नियमों का पालन करें, पाप कर्म छोड़ें और नियमों का पालन करें। हरे कृष्णा।
हरे कृष्णा। श्री चैतन्य चरितामृत की जय।